The red setting is very far from the lockdowns that we saw in New Zealand under the old system, the alert level system. And it is effectively life as normal. There are some alterations on the restrictions, and it effectively limits gatherings. So if you're vaccinated, you can have a gathering of vaccinated people up to 100 people. And if you're unvaccinated, it's up to 25 people. This is really the biggest restriction under this red setting, under the traffic light setting. And it has seen, as we come to the end of January here, some of the biggest summer festivals cancelled, and some other events, including the Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern's own wedding, cancelled. So that's the biggest change under the red traffic light setting. We've got restricted gatherings, more mask use, and New Zealanders are now being asked to, if they already haven't, prepare to go into a period of isolation at home, have the right food and medical supplies at home. As now with Omicron circulating in our community here, it's a matter of when, not if, you'll have to isolate at home.
So this is no longer about elimination in New Zealand, is it?
No, it's a really big shift in thinking. I mean, we've been fortunate enough in New Zealand to have a COVID-free summer to date, and a local publication pointed out just today that it's still the case in New Zealand that many people don't know somebody that's contracted COVID-19 yet. So it's a big shift in thinking here. Omicron is circulating in the community. The government's been clear its strategy is not to eliminate it at this stage, although it hasn't moved far away from that. It still wants to slow the spread of Omicron, given how infectious we know it is through the community, and that's through the use of boosters, mask use, and gathering limits. I note, half of the eligible population that should eligible to have their booster now, they haven't had their booster yet. So boosters are a huge part of the next phase of this pandemic under the red traffic light setting here. And the thinking is very much shifted away from elimination and into suppression.
What are the case numbers now, and what are the predictions from that?
Well, our daily case numbers today, we've got 25 new cases in the community, and I think about 11 of those are of the Omicron variant. Predictions, COVID-19 data modelers are feeding the government with information all the time. At this stage, it's predicted at peak we could have 25,000 Omicron cases in the community every day, and that would have massive flow-on effects. The workforce alone, it could see up to 250,000 New Zealanders having to work from home. We're still at a point here where the cases at our border, that's at MIQ, are still much higher than the cases in the community. So I think our 7-day rolling average for border cases is 43, while in the community it's still 27. So we haven't quite reached that tipping point where there are more cases in the community than at the border. It's still very much contained, but given how infectious we know this variant is, things will change very quickly from here.